Oh yeah!
Hey everybody, in this video I wanted to create a set of headphones, but not just an ordinary set of headphones. I wanted these to have like cat ears on top, Nico ears, if you will. And the reason is I just think they're super cool like that. So I'm going to show you one way that I found that you can make this happen. So I'm going to go up to File, I'm going to go to New, I'm going to go to English, Standard, hit the Create button. So I'm going to use the freeform to create these headphones. So I'm going to go up to the Create Freeform, click on the box. I'm going to click the box right here. And then for my settings here, I'm going to put, for length is going to be 3.5. For the width, 3.5. For the height, 1.3. I'm going to leave the faces at 2. For the direction, I'm going to change this to both directions. And then I'm going to have length symmetry, width symmetry. I think that's good. So then I want to select the XY plane. And then I'm going to select this little center dot to create my freeform. So there's my freeform with my symmetry dashed lines there. So then I'm going to hit OK here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to I'm going to go to my front view. I'm going to double left click on this vertical dashed line to select that entire loop. And then I'm going to go back to my edit form and I'm going to hold the Alt key down on my keyboard while I click on this little half pie shape and drag it up a little bit. So I kind of create a curve. And then I'm going to let go. I'm going to double click on this horizontal dashed line. I'll do the same thing. So I'm going to click on I'm going to hold down the Alt key, click on the pie shape, and drag it to the right. And just basically making a circle looking shape here like so. And then hit the check box. All right, so then I'm going to click on my view cube to look at the other side of this little hockey puck thing we got going on here. So then I'm gonna hold down the Shift key to select all 4 of these kind of faces here. I'm gonna go to Edit Form. I'm gonna hold down the Alt key while I click on this ball shape thing here in the middle. Hold down the Alt key, click on the little ball shape. I'm gonna drag it in. Just kind of eyeball it here. There's really no exact science here. So like so. I'm going to let go of the Alt key, press the Alt key again and select this arrow here that's pointing this way. I'm going to drag it out, make a big bold shape here, like so. And then I'm going to let go of the Alt key. I'm going to press the Alt key again. And again, I'm going to click on the ball shape here. I'm going to drag this in. Again, just eyeballing it. Let go of the Alt key. Press the Alt key again while I click on that same arrow that we did. This time, instead of dragging it out, I'm going to push it in like so. Make a little crater here. Let go of it. And then I'm going to click on the green check mark. Then I'm going to flip to the other side with the view cube. Kind of do something similar here. This is going to be with the earpiece where somebody's ear goes. So again, I'm going to hold down the Shift key while I select all 4 of these faces. Click on Edit Form. I'm going to hold down the Alt key as I click on the little ball shape and drag this in like so. Let go of the Alt key, press the Alt key again, click this arrow with the Alt key pressed, and then I'm going to drag this in. I'm going to create an even bigger crater here so my big fat ear can fit in there. Like maybe like so. I'm going to let go of it, hit the check mark. All right, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to double click on this kind of ring here. So when I double click on it, it selects the whole loop. And then I'm going to go up to where you see Insert Edge. And I'm going to select both sides here. And then instead of 0.5, I'm going to choose like 0.25 and hit OK. So basically just kind of offset that loop on both sides. So then I'm just going to hold down the Shift key while I select all these faces around here, a circle here. Change my view so I can get these ones here that are trying to hide. I think we got them all. Yeah, so then I'm going to look at the front view, make sure all those are still selected. Click on the front view. I'm going to go to Edit Form. I'm going to hold down the Alt key while I select this kind of half pie shape and drag it out. Just kind of making a little ridge around it. Maybe like, I don't want to get it too big. It's kind of tricky. You gotta kind of play with it. Right about, maybe there. All right, that's probably bigger than I wanted, but that would still work. Yeah, that looks pretty good actually. All right, then I'm gonna hit the check mark. So then we got that thing going on. So now what I wanna do is, I want to remove the symmetry on this because I really just want to remove the horizontal symmetry, but I don't know how to do it. So I'm going to remove both of them. So I'm going to go up to symmetry. I'm going to go to clear symmetry. I'm going to select this earpiece here. Our symmetry is removed. Then I'm going to go back to my symmetry, click symmetry. I'm going to click these top two faces. So 1 and 2. And so that puts back my vertical symmetry that I want. I'm going to check the OK. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold down the Shift key and select these top two faces and go to Edit Form. I'm going to hold down the Alt key. I'm going to click on this ball again. Basically, where I'm just kind of creating some new faces here and drag it in. I'm going to drag it in maybe about like so. You want to get it kind of far away from the this ring part here, so that now when I'm going to hold down the Alt key as I drag the arrow up. And really, I just want to move this kind of where it's above the circular earpiece, like so. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then once I have that, I'm going to hit the check mark. So I have one of my earphones, earpieces, whatever you want to call it, created. And now what I want to do is I'm going to make a mirrored copy of this thing on the other side. So to do that, I need to make a plane right in the middle where I want to mirror this earpiece about. So before I do that, I want to go to my origin. I'm going to select all the planes and click on the visibility to turn those on. And then let me flip around here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to offset from plane. So I'm going to click on plane, offset from plane. I want to offset from this vertical plane, the XY here, and just kind of drag this out. Let me look at the right side view so I can kind of get a look-see here. So maybe I want that to be about, let's try 5. That might be good, about 5. Hit the check mark. So then what I can do now is I want to go up to symmetry, but I want to click on mirror. And this is I want to click on what body do I want. So I want the body is going to be this earpiece, and then the mirror plane is going to be this plane here that we offset. So that kind of creates a mirror. So now we have both of our earpieces. Click OK. And then what I want to do now is I'm going to create the headband part that curves around. So to do what I want to do to figure out where that needs to go, I'm going to make another offset plane. But this time I'm going to offset this horizontal, this X and Z plane. I'll zoom in here, you can see which one, this one here. So I'm going to click that. I'm going to drag it straight up. Keep going with it. Let me look at the right side view. Again, I'm just kind of eyeballing this. So that might be about 7. Nope. Let's try 8. 8 might be good. So I'm gonna hit the check mark there. And the reason I did that, that's kind of where the top of the headband is gonna go. But now I want to figure out, I'm gonna create another freeform box right in the center of where these headphones are. So I want to make it center vertically and horizontally between here. So to figure out where that point is located, I'm going to go to where you see plane, but this time I'm going to pick point. So I'm going to do intersection of 3 planes. So I'm going to pick this plane, and then this vertical plane here. This one, not, yeah, this one. The X, or the YZ, that one. And so that's going to give me my kind of dot here. So that's kind of, if I look at the top, you can kind of see it's right in the middle, not only horizontally, but vertical as well. So that's what I was looking for. So now I can go up to my freeform, create another box. And so the numbers on this box, I want to make this for length is going to be 1. It's going to have 1 face. For the width is going to be 0.5. That's going to be 2 faces. The height is going to be 1.5. And that's going to be 2 faces. The direction I want to be both directions. And I think I want, let me put the box down first. So I'm going to select this vertical plane here, and I click this dot. So that puts my little box there. I think what I want to do is make it symmetry horizontally in the middle, which is going to be the width symmetry. Let's try that. And then I'm going to hit OK. And then, so to make this kind of curve around, what I want to do is I'm going to go up to where you see bridge. And for side 1, I'm going to select the top 2 faces on this little post here. And then for side 2, I'm going to click this arrow. Side 2, I'm going to click this top and bottom face here. And then I have my eyeglasses checked so I can kind of get a preview of that. I want these faces to be 4. And I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to do the same thing for the other side. I'm going to go to bridge. I want to make it 4 faces. For side 1, I want the top of those 2 faces. Side 2 is going to be this top face, that bottom face, and hit OK. And now what I want to do is I'm going to make a symmetrical dashed line vertically through the center of this headband. So I'm going to go to mirror, I'm going to go to symmetry. I'm going to click this top face and this one and hit OK. So now you can see it created our vertical symmetry there. So now you're like, okay, that's a cool headband, but whose head is pointed like that? So now what we can do is I'm going to kind of draw a box around here. I'm going to hit edit form and just kind of drag this up a little bit. I'm just going to try to make this curve looking as best I can to make it look like somebody's head will fit in here. Because that gets in my way, so I'm going to move this over. Just kind of freeform this. I don't want to get it too precise because I don't want to take up all y'all's time. Come on, grab it. Come on. There we go. See, that's not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah, anyway, that'll work. So that I'm going to hit get out of that. Let me take a look and see what we got here. I could also hold the shift key and select these 2 faces here. Go to edit form. Maybe drag this out a little bit. Let me look at the top and do the same thing on the other side. So hold the shift key on those 2. Push it back a little bit, like so. That's not bad. I wonder if I can do some more. Let me try to orient this thing around the other side. If I can select this one and this one, push it back a little bit. See what we got going on here. It's kind of weird. What I want to do is, that has like a little dent in it that I want to see if I can push that out, but if I grab this and move it, yeah, there we go. All right, not too bad. They don't have to be so much going front and back of this thing, but maybe something like that. Anyway, yeah, okay, so I'm hit okay here. So originally I tried to make a whole nother free body, like the cat ear part, and then move them down. And I was figuring out, okay, how do I join them together? So I found different ways you can join them together, but maybe by accident, I found another way I could make these cat ears. So kind of like we did the post down here. So if I select this face and this face with the shift key, and then go to edit form. So here you can also change the axis of your triad here. So if you click this one, it'll kind of go local. And then what I want to do is I'm going to hold down the Alt key while I hold that ball, kind of like what we did before, and just kind of drag this thing in. Like maybe so. And then if I hold the Alt key, and let me look at the right side view. So if I hold the Alt key and hold this arrow here, I can drag this up. So this is going to be kind of like they also look like Mickey Mouse ears right now, but depending on how tall you want your ears to be. So they're kind of square right now, maybe about right there. Hit OK. And then what I want to do is probably double click on this line here, and then go back to my insert edge. And again, I want to do it on both sides, like 0.5 is probably good. Hit OK there. I could also double click on this one, insert edge. This one I want it to go the other way, so I want to go negative 0.5, just so we can put more faces in there to kind of shape these. So basically what you're going to do here is we're just kind of trying to shape our ears to where they're kind of pointy, maybe like a triangle shape. So it's just kind of like trial and error. So playing around with these, kind of dragging them over. I actually found that if you, let me get this out of the way. And you can change the axis here if you want this to go down or whatever. What I was going to say is I found that if you toggle where you see toggle smooth, I know it kind of looks kind of weird here, but now you can click on, it's a lot, to me it's easier to kind of move these around. I'm going to click on this square and just kind of make these look like a triangle shape. Like so. It's a lot of trial and error. There's really no exact science to it. I probably could have grabbed both of those, but that's not what I wanted. I wanted the box here. Try and make this like a, I didn't want all that. Like I said, it's a lot of trial and error. I'm trying to do it really quick so I don't have y'all sitting here all day long. I know when you toggle smooth, it's like, what is going on? This looks totally not like anything that I would want to wear on my head. But when you untoggle it, it kind of starts looking more like, you know, more like a cat ear. But go back to edit form, maybe pull this thing up. And the good thing about having symmetry on is you only got to work on one ear, because the other ear, it gets worked on while you're working on this one. And this is really way out of shape, but actually I could pull this one over. Anyway, go back to my toggle, my smooth. So anyway, you kind of get the idea. You just kind of trial and error with this to shape your ears the way you want it to be. Kind of move that in. Maybe move this over. It's starting to look kind of feline-y. Is that even a word? Anyway, I'm gonna stop it right there. So like I said, you could spend like more time kind of pushing and pulling and all this good stuff, but that's kind of how you do it. You might even try to like squeeze these together where they're not so thick, but it's looking pretty good. So anyway, that's kind of how you do it. Just kind of go through there and push and pull and do all that kind of thing. Then once you're through, you can hit finish form. You can add some material on it, some texture. I'm going to turn off the visibility of these. Work planes, work points. Oops, I didn't want that. I didn't want the notebook. All right, there we go. So yeah, there we go. So probably what I would do is I would select the whole thing, and then I think what I used was a satin. If I want to make these like pink headphones or something, I would go to satin. Where are you at? I zoomed right past it. Satin lavender. It's kind of pink. I know it doesn't really show up that good. I would color the whole thing, and then you can go in and you could like select different parts of it. I'm holding down the shift key to select the kind of the cushion for the headphones. I missed that one. All right, and then I would go up to instead of satin lavender for this, maybe make it satin black, so it's kind of nice and shiny. Let's see. Go to view, realistic, shadows, reflections, perspective. I would make it photo booth, like so. So yeah, it's starting to look kind of cool there. Like I said, you probably need to spend more time on the ears, kind of getting the form right, but I didn't want to make this video too long, but you kind of get the idea. So that's really how you can make you some cat ear headphones. All right, peace out.